All right, I got stuff loaded up. Put about 60 rounds through my press here. Or no, what is it? Sorry, 45 rounds. So I've got 5 for blow off, and then I've got 2 rows each of 49, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 50 grains. So I'm just kind of doing a secondary fine powder test here. I have a load that's shooting really well. The barrel is just barely done speeding up though. And so I have a depth and I have a tuner setting, but I am just going to run back through these 5/10 of a grain and see what kind of tightens it up the best. So I'll shoot one group out of each round, and then I'll come back and go through it again. You may notice this one's upside down. It had a weird feel to me, so I just wanted to make sure that that I denoted that in my box here. And as always, I have it labeled, so in case for some reason I forget, I know what's in here. So let's head out to the range and let's see what happens here. Well, we are out here at 300 yards today, which is a little unusual because you know I do most of my testing at 100, but the 100-yard line was really full and it was going to make it really difficult to do what I needed to do here. So I am shooting electronics, and we are going to shoot 2 sets of groups, and let's see what happens here. So that was 49.5. Kind of screwed this test up and accidentally shot the same load twice, so we're just going to keep going with that, and I will shoot the same powder charge twice in a row now. So we're on 49.6 now. Okay. There's the next round of 49.6. Dropped a little low and I saw it coming, so shot 15 there was My fault. Okay, now we are on to 49.7. Looks like this is sitting right in my node where I thought I needed to be. So this is sort of the medium load, middle of everything. So there's that. And what am I on? Sorry. First batch was 49.6, then 49.7, so I'm on 49.8 right now. What is that? It's 24 rounds. So, all right, we're going to cool it down for a second here and then shoot the rest of this. All right, took about 10 minutes to cool off there, maybe a little less. And we are now going to shoot our 49.9 and 50 rounds. So here goes 49.9. We've got about a 2 or 3, maybe a 2 or 3 mile an hour breeze blowing, but it's pretty consistent. There goes the last of 49, and now we're on to 50. Okay, and the last 50. All right. So let's go pull up the electronics and see what we got. Now, for some reason, I lost my lab radar on the last couple rounds, but I got enough data that I need, so that's all right. I think I hit something that knocked it off recording on accident, so that's the way it goes. All right, let's go play with what the targets look like. Let's look at the data now. So I screwed up and forgot to drop my point of impact a minute and a half. So my first group is up here. You can see this is 49.6, and it was just under a 1 minute vertical, and so was this 49.6, almost identical, in fact, 9.5 vertical versus 9.0, so very, very close. And not horrible. I mean, third of a minute is certainly great. But the best part is that when I went to 49.7 over here, and let me just do this so that we can see this better. You can see that now when I went to 49.7, my group actually cut almost in half to just under half an inch. And mind you, this is all at 300 yards. So, that's about a sixth of a minute there. And then if I come to the other 49.7, it was right around half an inch. Now, you are probably saying, well, hey, you didn't include shot 15 down here. And that's true, but if you look at my recording, I actually knew that I threw that shot. So as it went off, I had bumped the joystick a little bit, and I know that 15 was not a clean shot, so I do not want to include it. Now, the rest of these were all good in terms of clean shots. When I go to 49.8, my group starts opening up vertically, 1.5 minutes basically, and then again 49.8 is almost 1.5, not minutes, sorry, 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches at 49.8, and then if I come down here to look at my 49.9, you can see that it is just over an inch, and then the other 49.9 is, really tight. I mean, under half an inch. But there was nothing weird between either of these groups that would give me any indication that I should believe one or the other. So I'm discounting the lower group, and that's just the way it is. If I come over here to 50.0, I'm just under an inch, and then the second group at 50 is over an inch, but under 1.5. So again, under half an inch MOA, or under half an MOA, to under a third of an MOA, it's a pretty big discrepancy between these two groups and these two groups, which leads me to believe there's something weird going on throughout this whole string right here. So I don't really, want to use that kind of data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up here. And this is really the string that I'm looking at where I feel good about it. Looking at my velocities that came off of the lab radar, I'm right in where I believe my node is, which is just under 2800 right now to just a hair over. So 2802, 2804, 2806, somewhere in there is where I've had really good luck. These came in just a hair under, but again, the group is showing me that might be the right place to be. So under an inch, so under a third of a minute, and then, and then, same thing here, and then if we come here, again, under half an inch, and under half an inch, or right over half an inch actually. So somewhere right in here is where I'm going to load for my match on Sunday. I may even just try 49.64 or something, just to split the difference. But if I had to pick one, I would probably go with the 49.6, only because temperatures are starting to warm up a little bit on a daily basis, and my barrel is still speeding up just a little bit from what I saw. So I may err on the lower side at 49.6 or 49.64 or something like that, rather than risk getting up into these verticals. So that's how we're going to do it. We will see how Sunday goes. It's an 88 round one-day match. And, anyway, that's how I just do a fine powder test and see what's going on. So talk to you later.